Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your great support. Why do you think William Ruto dropped the manifesto? I want to just remind you of something. The campaign was premised on hate and tribal politics. The hate tool was customized to demean Raila Odinga to the extent of calling him all sorts of names and push Raila and Uhuru to the core. While Azimio on the other side targeted William Ruto's personality and of course soiling his profile and his character. That's why the issue of the anger, or rather the conversations about anger, actually came through. Then Uhuru was successfully set against Mount Kenya. From what we had the privilege of analyzing this really politics of the last general election, the population never believed in the finer details of manifesto except catchy campaign slogan promises. The conversations about Hustler Fund were actually sloganed in the campaign, Kazi ni Kazi. But then months, 45 days in office, Ruto has been forced to drop the manifesto. And then he's picking what, according to me, are just populist campaign plans, populist pledges to manage the expectation. And just to give you evidence and to show you that indeed the manifesto has been dropped, cabinet nominees, majority of whom were from the private sector, are coming in the office with the new ideas and not fully acquainted with hustler agenda, except the Murkomen. Apart from Murkomen, Alice Wahome, Duale, who were part of the campaign trail. The new breed of ministers that were sworn in are from the private sector. And majority of them actually brings into office what will be corporate governance in parliament, in government, but not acquitting themselves with the populist hustler agenda. If you followed the vetting process, you will actually agree with me that it was devoid of political rhetorics, that people spoke more about their profiles and their new ways of running the ministries. And you expect a clash between what is to be done, what is expected, and what is really the reality. Number two, look at the mutation of the Hustler Fund. At the campaign trail, it was promised to be zero-rated interest. But somewhere in the middle, I want you to watch this clip.
Na hiyo Hustler Fund tutaweka pesa ya serikali shilingi bilioni 50. Na hiyo bilioni 50 tutawapatia wafanyabiashara kama wewe bila interest, without interest.
Moments later.
Hustler Fund tutaifanyia launch tarehe 1 Disemba. Lakini si pesa ya bure. Kama kuna mtu hapa anafikiri atapata pesa ya bure, ati unangojea pesa ya serikali ya bure.
That short clip trivializes the Hustler Fund pledge in just showing how William Ruto changed the goalpost, even in terms of the interest rates. Kenyans should not expect free money. The third aspect that shows you that Ruto has dropped the manifesto is dropping of capital intensive projects because that is what William Ruto promised. That he will not go for capital intensive projects, but will prioritize lightweight projects that would help people have money in their pockets. 45 days in the office, President William Ruto has launched 2 affordable housing projects and has also confirmed, or rather announced, that there are plans to build 100 more dams in the next 4 years in all the 47 counties through public-private partnership and also direct foreign investments. What has changed? And this is a departure from what was at the campaign trail, that we are not going to borrow more. We want to get money from the local market, and we want to make people have money in their pockets. Instead, there seems to be heavy taxation on the people and also increasing contributions in statutory funds like those of NSSF and NHIF, as government continues to milk more from already a starved economy. True to their word that our economy is starved. And one thing that you can also make of this is that it has become apparent that the bottom up is no longer bottom up. It's actually up, bottom, trickle down. When we are talking about people getting employed into the farms, into the places that are building, that's not bottom up. That's actually trickle down. So why do you think that Ruto have reverted to trickle down? And also of importance is that he's not taking that keen interest in that manifesto. Rigathi Gachagua was informing Mithika Linturi, the agriculture CS, that kindly go and modernize agriculture. If you modernize agriculture, that means it will actually upscale integration of machineries and technology in farming, something that I really support, because that has been a weak link in fashioning our agriculture as the greatest income generating activity. But at the end of the day, there seems to be a lot of elite coming into it. I want to tell you the main objectives and why exactly William Ruto has been forced to drop the manifesto and pick the populist plans. It's not that the plan is no longer implementable. It's not that the plan is bad or it does not meet its threshold. No, the truth of the matter is William Ruto is using Uhuru Kenyatta's template. His advisor, Kamau Thuge, has been in government for long. He's been in government for long. If you look at the energy CS, that is Chirchir, has been in government for long. Some of these people are not new. And we mentioned that there is already a precedence. What is actually happening, it has become apparent that you may not change everything Uhuru was doing overnight, because it's more disruptive and with unprecedented outcome, unpredictable outcome. I can tell you, the affordable housing projects that are being launched were actually the brainchild was the former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Affordable housing was part of Uhuru Kenyatta's Big Four agenda. That seems to have been picked because William Ruto, I think the advisors have told him that you cannot wish away Uhuru Kenyatta's template. You may need to start there. Even though you must not embrace conformity, but in the spirit of continuity, for you to do something, you must start from where former President Uhuru Kenyatta left it. Because of the need to remain politically relevant and politically popular, Ruto is going for short term, for these populist plans, to only short term political excitements. What I'm saying is this: the Hustler Fund that is going to be launched in September will be funded from a supplementary budget. I analyzed in my initial analysis. So what does that mean is it's actually been forced to the throat of that economy. The economy may not be still vibrant enough to accommodate it, but it's been pushed to the throat of the economy because it's politically conveniencing and it's managing expectations. It yields short political excitements because you can do batch 1, but you never know of the uptake on batch 2. If you give people loans, it's convenient to give them faster. Then maybe you give them a year or so. When they're supposed to start returning, who does that? Even HELP is struggling with it. Then, it was assumption without fiscal situational analysis. It was just an assumption. But with the real advisors now in office, I have no doubt that William Ruto have gone back to Uhuru Kenyatta's handbook. And the institutional memory that people talk about is what is guiding any other policy or any other direction that William Ruto's government is taking. People were asking, what is the face of Ruto's regime in the light of hard economic times that Kenyans are going through? He has taken a buffer zone and has decided that the reprieve is continuity. Because if you start afresh, if you want to start everything afresh, then you are going to supplementary budget, which is going to overstretch and starve more the Kenyan people. That's my point. I don't know what you think. Kindly subscribe to our channel and also click the notification bell and share our videos to as many people as possible.